What it do? You guys already know what it is. This is the last week of the regular season. Then we're gonna have the play-ins and then playoffs. The play-ins is real different this year because they're not in a bubble. They're actually gonna be in people's arenas where they're gonna allow fans and all that shit. So it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. Can't wait to cap it with you guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. A lot of good games, a lot of good picks. We'll just recap what happened on the weekend because there's some games that's playing back to back. Some teams are eliminated, some teams are not. So some teams are just straight stay off. They're not. They already have their bags packed. They're already ready for the season to finish. And some teams they're actually still fighting hard for positions. So you got to watch out for that. You got to watch out for the ones that's actually coming to play. The shit teams are beating the big teams that already have position spots. They're resting people. You gotta take your time with this week's NBA. You can't run to the stop to place the bets. You gotta wait, see who's playing, who's not. But so far, there's teams that you could see that checked out, and there's teams that you could see are still playing. You know, yesterday Miami came through like that game. They're jockeying for a spot, right? So Miami's even with Boston right now. That next game Boston plays, whoever wins that is going to be able to jump in front to the higher seed. So that game is going to be important. So that's a game to watch. Clippers, Knicks. Knicks wanted it more. Knicks beat the Clippers. Dallas, they're still doing their thing. They're not playing around with this Cleveland team. Pelicans, they came out on top. They like the Pelicans, they're about 1.5 games back or two, but they're still playing, but they're without Zion and Brandon Ingram. So do you guys really think they're gonna make it? They can, but they're playing other teams that's trying to make it as well. So that's gonna be real tricky for the week to come. Timberwolves handle business, Towns handled business. Bulls, they're still fighting. I don't think they're gonna make a good spot. They probably might make 10th, if that, but they're still fighting. Lakers, the league wants the Lakers to be in a 7th spot. I'm convinced. I'm just convinced in that. And the last game, Kings blew out the Thunder. So Thunder's on a blowout tour, basically. Thunder's just out here getting beat up. They don't care who it is. They're just getting beat up. And from now till the end of the season, you see a Thunder game, I think you should bet against it because Thunder they checked out already. For you guys tuning in, jumping in right now, hit that like button. Be well appreciated. If you haven't subscribed already, you already know what to do. And if you guys like anything on this board today, write that in the chat. Let's chop it up. Let's see what you guys like. This week is one of the hardest weeks. Anything could happen. So the more we communicate as a team, we beat the juice, win as beat the books, and we win together. What it do, what it do, what it do. And yeah, we got what? 6 games today. And you guys are ready? Let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into this shit right here. So we got Washington and Atlanta. Straight off the bat, two teams fighting to be in a playoff spot, right? Washington is 9th, Atlanta's 5th. Atlanta wins this game, they could jump to 4th. They're jockeying with the Knicks. Washington now, I could say they're sort of fighting with Charlotte, but I think it's already set in stone. Washington's going to make the playoffs, but they're going to have to be in the play-in, especially with Bradley Beal going to be out for the remainder of the 2 games. It's different. That's their start. Westbrook, he's out chasing history. He tied Oscar Robinson on the triple-double at Astrom. Now he's supposed to get it today. If he gets another triple-double, it doesn't have to be today. He gets another triple-double before this season ends, he holds the record. If he gets it today, though, the question is, is he going to win the game? I think he should, because it's going to be him and Achimura. I don't think he gets the triple-double today because it's going to be a lot of work. That's just my opinion. Against the big men that Atlanta have. Atlanta is playing for playoff spots. Remember this. Atlanta hasn't been in a fourth spot in the playoff in a very long time. I think his last time was what? When they had Kyle Korver, Al Horford, Paul Millsap. You guys know that five where all them made the All-Star and shit. Atlanta hasn't been that good since then. So they're playing for spots. The spread is 7.5. Over under is 237. Without Bradley Beal, you're missing about 40 points. The question is, who's going to dictate pace? Atlanta coming off the loss against Pacers when they should have won. Nate McMillan, I know he's telling his team, yo, we gotta come out hard. We can't lose our spot. They're favored by 7.5. I do like Atlanta here in this spot. Washington is playing very good basketball. They're covering spreads, but I like the under a little more. The reason why I like the under, out of everybody dictating the pace, I think Atlanta would be the ones dictating pace. And Atlanta, they have a lot of big men. Me saying that basically is saying Trae Young, he really involves John Collins. He really involves Capella. So that's twos, right? When they get whopped, I know the pace is going to slow down. If Wizards do lose this game, if it's close, it's because Wizards played defense, not because they ran up the score. It's because they played defense. So I like the under in this one, 237. Indiana Pacers and Cleveland. This game right here, I tell you, is one of the most iffy games. Indiana, we all know what Indiana is playing for, right? Not only is the coach playing to win his job back, Indiana is playing to stay in the play-in spot, right? They're 10th right now. The Bulls is 3 games behind them. The Bulls, I think they're going to win out their remaining games, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. It's too late. They started too late to be serious. Indiana now. This is one of the greatest games for them, to be honest with you. When was the last time Cleveland won a game? I'm waiting. I'm telling you, the last time Cleveland won a game, I'll tell you, was in April, almost a month ago. Okay? Cleveland now, they're just letting everybody beat them up. They came off of 2 games off Dallas, got beat up. Let Trailblazers beat them up. Went into overtime with Phoenix and then let them beat them up. Miami is not even that good. Let them beat them up. So every game so far this month is a blowout. If the trend is the numbers talking, Indiana, it's a blowout, right? That's like this is the only way to look at it. Indiana's a blowout. So Indiana minus the points, it should be the easiest pick on the board. Now, let's look at the injuries. Obviously, Brogdon's out. Jeremy Graham, out again. Cleveland, Love is not playing. Nance, obviously, we all know he's not playing. Prince, Osman, all these guys, this is a blowout spot. If Indiana does not blow out Cleveland in this spot, and this is not even for my betting aspect or anything, this is for Indiana as the team. If Indiana does not blow out Cleveland, Indiana should just give up from thinking of playoffs. Their coach should just resign after this game and say, all right, we're done. This should be a blowout spot. Indiana should blow these guys out. Indiana minus the points. That's the play. That's the play I like in this spot. I don't see Cleveland here putting up a fight. I just can't see it. Next game, Pelicans and the Grizzlies. This one is a good game. The Pelicans is playing tough. They're trying to play for the playoff spot. They have a good team where they shouldn't even be in this situation, to be honest with you. Their team is good. Brandon Ingram, Zion, Adams, Hart, Bledsoe. Like, come on. You guys have players, but they're not playing up to their expectations. Now we have a Grizzlies team that play as a team. They play team defense. Sometimes their scoring is kind of suspect. Like, if you watch Grizzlies games and you look at them, they go over and shit. They also go under and stuff, but like their scoring, it's not like, oh, we're gonna get threes or we're gonna get twos. It's so crazy on the offense aspect, but they play good team defense. Their team, they communicate, they talk, they have that grit, and they're young. That's what I like about them. 8.5 though as a spread for the Pelicans. I understand why. The books, the odds makers, they're looking at this game. They're like, Pelicans is out all their stars. Lonzo Ball is their star right now. Some people would argue Eric Bledsoe is their star right now. We could have a debate. But at the end of the day, those are the two stars. They just came off an upset win against Charlotte. It was big brother against little brother. So big brother had to show little brother, yo, you just came to the NBA. Just relax. He did his thing. But now they're playing a team that needs a win. Memphis Grizzlies, they're trying to get in that 8th spot. They're looking at this schedule today. They're like, okay, if we win, we jump ahead Golden State if Golden State loses. Golden State has a good chance to lose, but we will talk about that game shortly. But till then, Grizzlies are looking at it. We got to win this game. Are they going to win by 8 or double digits? Pelicans on the back-to-back. A bunch of people we don't know, a bunch of no names, team that doesn't play defense. Grizzlies fighting for something. Who do you trust in this one? That's the real question. I trust Grizzlies here, but I also trust Grizzlies defense more than Grizzlies playing and covering the spread. Because Grizzlies have a tendency to, when they get to 50%, meaning when they get, like when their record is, for example, is 34-33 right now. So they have 34 wins, 33 losses. When their record is above 50% in the winning margin, they find a way to put it back to 50% or under. I don't know why. They don't want to progress. They always decrease when they're doing good. So the spread, I'm a little iffy on it. You gave me a free play, I would only look at Grizzlies here. But I like the under here. Tired legs. Defense is going to come to play. The Pelicans, what they score? 112 yesterday? I don't even think they earned that 112. They shot 22 free throws, scored 10. You could say Charlotte actually gave them that win. I would say that. Charlotte was up double digits. Let these guys come back. I like Grizzlies here and the Pelicans to go under the points at 230. I like that to happen. Maybe it's not going to be cause of defense. Maybe it's cause of bricks. Who knows? But whatever is the cause of, I like the under. Now, this is the top game of the day, obviously. Everybody likes this game. Most of the sharps are betting on this game. Most of the people you guys talk to probably bet on this game. And that game I'm talking about is Milwaukee Bucks against San Antonio Spurs. So Milwaukee is coming in this business, right, on a 5-game win streak. Haven't played since Friday. Had a nice weekend. They were at home. They probably got into San Antonio this morning or last night, right? They did what they had to do. Now they're playing Spurs, Magic, Pacers, Heat. Milwaukee could lose all these games and still be good. Who is Milwaukee going to rest? Are they going to rest anybody? Now, San Antonio, on the other hand, they're playing for spots, right? San Antonio, they're 10th in the West. They just lost against Portland, against a team that was playing for a spot. The spread is 7.5. Some places you might find it 6. The over-under is 233. The Bucks is 0-5 in their last meetings against the spread in San Antonio. For now, everybody's playing on Bucks. You have Budenholzer against Greg Popovich. There's a relationship here. Maybe they called each other before the game and said, yo, give me this one. We need it. We need it to enter the playoffs. We need it for our spot. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Okay, but let's break down this game. We have a San Antonio Spurs team that plays way better on the road than at home. But look at their schedule. Look at their schedule right now. Bucks, Brooklyn, Knicks, and Phoenix twice. This is a hard damn schedule for Spurs right here. They need to win one game. To be totally honest with you, they need to win one of these games so they can maintain their 10th spot, because the Pelicans, I feel, is going to lose a couple of games. And the Pelicans is the only team that's behind them. Okay? Now, out of all those games I just named, the Brooklyn, New York, Phoenix, and Bucks, this is why I put up the relationship factor. Because when you bet on these games, it's more than just looking at the game and saying, oh, Bucks is third in the East. Oh, Spurs is playing. Oh, they have Giannis. They have better players. They're going to win. You cap like that, you're not going to make it in this game. You better have a day job and a night job if you're capping like that. You have to look at situations. Every day is different. Every day could present you the biggest value or the least value in any team playing that day. Could be the top team or the shittest team. There's always value in games. You just have to find it. And in this game, the value is going to be a personal value. Meaning, why wouldn't you want your buddy, your sensei, basically, that showed you everything, to at least get into the playoffs? The Bucks have nothing to lose if they lose this game. Who knows? This game is all the way at 8:30 Eastern. They might, instead of not giving it up so everybody's like, oh, they gave it up, they'll just rest everyone. And then Spurs win. You know what I mean? So the only way I'll be looking at is San Antonio to cover the spread. The Bucks, though, I would have to see where their head's at. How much do they care about this game? I know the Spurs is going to come in and care about this game. So if I'm betting with my money, I'm going to want to put it on a team that's going to come in and care about the game. That's the only way I'm going to look at it. All you guys on the Bucks, good luck. I feel they're going to rest people. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? They already have home court advantage in the playoffs. Why wouldn't they? You know? The only way I'm looking at this is San Antonio. Next game, Utah, Golden State. This right here, Golden State is coming off some blowouts against OKC. Steph Curry's going crazy. Utah, Mike Conley and what's his name? Donovan Mitchell. They're going to be back for the playoffs. Don't think otherwise. They're going to be back for the playoffs. But for now, they don't need to be back. Utah's handling business. They're rocking the boat right now. They're on a 5-game win streak, just like Milwaukee. But they still playing hard. And Utah, you have to understand, Utah is not Milwaukee, right? Milwaukee has expectations. We expect Milwaukee to do this. Milwaukee was first in the East for 2 years straight and didn't do nothing. So now you have to look at what your priorities are at, you know? Utah, everybody doesn't believe in Utah. Utah is first down there fighting with Phoenix. So Utah has to always keep proving themselves. So not that we know Utah is good and Utah is winning. Utah still has to continue proving herself that they are a good team and they should be respected. So in saying all that, do I like Utah here or do I like Golden State? Let's look in Golden State. Golden State knows San Antonio's right underneath their backs. Golden State knows they need to help Curry. Curry's the only guy going off right now. Curry's taking what, 23 threes? 23s? Who the hell does that? That means there's no help. Andrew Wiggins, he's doing his thing. You know, a little Canadian professional out there, but he's not doing enough for anybody to be talking about him or worried about Andrew Wiggins. Okay. I look at the under in this one. I don't see Curry shooting up any threes the way he's been shooting up against these guys. These guys are going to actually play some defense. I lean Utah. Utah should continue handling business. They are the better team. Let's be real here. Utah is the better team than Warriors. I see Rudy Gobert having a feast on the boards. Who's going to stop Rudy Gobert? I don't know who's going to stop Rudy Gobert. I would look at some prop bets for Rudy Gobert. If you feel uneasy on a side or on the over-under, that's why they give prop bets. Eat on that. Put the man over or under on his props. Me, I would go over on his rebounds and his points. No one's going to stop this guy. And I feel Rudy Gobert is a lock for today. But other than that, if you guys don't do props, I lean Utah. That's the only way I'm looking at this. The Warriors is nothing to be scared of, to be honest with you. And I hope they're very scared because the way this is looking up, they're going to be playing Lakers in the play-in. And I don't know if they want to see us, man. But that's for another conversation. Last game on the board. Houston versus Portland. Houston. 5-game losing streak. Houston is not, how should I say this? Houston is not Cleveland. Meaning, Cleveland is getting spanked. We all know Cleveland is playing for the pinballs. Houston, we all know Houston is playing for pinballs too, but Houston is covering spreads. That's crazy. Houston is actually covering spreads. Okay? But in this instant, are they going to cover here? That's why we're going to break this bitch down. Portland, on the other hand, they're home. They know they need to they know they need to win every game so far. They know they need to get in that 6th spot. Lakers, they have Lakers after this, which is going to be a hard game because both teams fighting for the same damn spot. So this is going to be when it gets easier, right? Portland, though, it doesn't get any easier from here. This is their last easiest game. 15.5 though. This might be a mark play. I would lean Portland with a free money play, but that's a little too high. Like I said, Houston's covering spreads. 238 is the over under. It could go either way. This is a type of game I would just watch as a fan. We all know how it's going to come. Carmelo Anthony is not playing. Collins is not playing. Only way I'll be looking at this is to watch. I know you guys weren't ready for that one. I'm just looking to watch in this one. I'm not even looking to bet on this game. This spread is too high. From my studies and my breakdown, the only way I'll be looking at it is honestly Houston, but I don't even want to put money on Houston at all. So there's no way I'll be betting on this game. In the props, Portland could blow these guys out and then rest their whole starting 5 for the 4th quarter, maybe even in the 3rd quarter, then you don't get your props hit. So if anything, I would put Damian Lillard under on some shit because he's the best player and Houston don't need your best player to rock them. So this is a time for the bench and everybody else to shine to see what Terry Scott has as a team. You know, this is how I'm looking at this game. This is like a practice game, a scrimmage game. So the only way I'll look at this is Damian Lillard under on shit. Not his assists, though, like on his points, to be honest with you. I look like he'll get a double-double in this one, pass it out, score minimally, let people eat, involve his team. That's the way I'm looking at it, but no official play on this one. My plays for today, though, I got some officials for you guys. I got my – so we got the under in the Wizards game. We got the Pacers to cover. We got the under in the Pelicans game. I'm leaning San Antonio. And I'm leaning Rudy Gobert props in the Utah Jazz game. That's my leans for that. You guys already know what it is. My officials, though, you guys already know. I'm going to be betting on the under in the Wizards, the Pacers, and I'm gonna have to sprinkle some change on the under in the Pelicans. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to sprinkle some change. The Bucks, you still have to wait to see who's in and who's out. Obviously, they still got time, so you still gotta wait for that. And you guys already know where to find me. I'll be back here tomorrow. Hit that like if you haven't already. Oh, and let me give you guys one more because for some teams in the NHL, I know you guys like the NHL. I gotta play for you guys NHL. To play today for the NHL, I'm gonna give you guys the Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks. Dallas ain't playing for nothing. Dallas is washed up. They're mad. They're already out the playoffs. This is their last game. This is Chicago's last game. Chicago's home. Chicago's gonna give it to their fans. Give me Chicago on the money line. That is my play of the day in hockey. You guys know what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We hitting live. And let's eat, guys. Let's eat. I'm out. Peace.